on the road again. I really want an R9 though. I said that a couple videos ago, but man, that R9 is sweet. Like MT-09 is my favorite bike, even over the Streetfighter. MT-09 is my favorite bike, and the R9, I feel like that thing's gonna be a weapon on the street. Brother! Anyway, so I sold my Yamaha for a Ducati. Quick backstory on why I did that. I owned a Honda Grom. I just bought my MT-07, and I had every intention of making my MT-07 a stunt bike. So I spent like months and months learning how to wheelie, do stand-ups, all that stuff on my Grom, and I was just going to transfer that to the MT-07. And then one unfortunate day, I took like a break for like 3 or 4 months, and one day I went out to practice again, and ended up looping the Grom. The bike slammed on my foot. I broke 4 bones, shattered 1 bone, and the whole stunting thing was kind of over for me. I spent probably 2 or 3 years before that, like literally every day practicing and practicing and practicing. The one time that I looped the bike, that I crash it, I break my foot, I'm out of work for like 2 months, I can't walk, and I have, you know, thousands of dollars in medical bills that I have to pay back. I bought my MT-07 to stunt. That was the only reason I bought the bike. I didn't have anything else to do. I wasn't gonna go to a track. I don't want to just ride it around. I had every intention to make it a stunt bike. But after breaking my foot, I won't lie to you, like I had this weird PTSD and this thought in the back of my head that I'm gonna drop the Yamaha on my foot, I'm gonna shatter my leg, and that's just not something I want to deal with. Also, around that time, I had like 2 or 3 friends get arrested for stunting where I live, and I didn't feel like dealing with that either. For the next 2 years, I ended up just riding it to and from my job and hoping that I would get over like this mental barrier of thinking that I'm going to drop the bike on my foot. So I just sat down one day and I'm like, all right, well, I need a different bike because the MT-07 is not serving its purpose. It's just kind of like sitting there. I'm riding it to and from work. It's not the coolest bike in the world. I don't know, I just would rather ride another bike. For a long time, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna buy an MT-09 or a Street 77765. The Ducati Streetfighter was always my dream bike, but I figured I can't afford it. There's no way that I can afford a $30,000 Ducati. I started looking at like insurance. Insurance was like $300 a month for the Ducati. And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. So I looked at the V2. V2 is the same thing. For whatever reason, the insurance was stupid expensive. No joke, I went to like a local Yamaha dealer and I put a deposit on an MT-09 SP maybe a year ago, and then I bought a Streetfighter V4S. Surprisingly, the insurance on this bike is like $45 a month. I don't know how that worked out, but I'm happy. Anyway, I'm really happy. Insurance is cheaper than my Yamaha somehow. I switched insurance companies, and my Grom was $5 a month. This thing is like 40 something a month. Stupid cheap. I had all 3 bikes at one point for like 3 weeks, and I was gonna keep the Yamaha, but I figured, again, it doesn't serve a purpose. Like, I'm not gonna stunt. For where I live, we just have straight roads and really fast highways, and the MT-07 does not keep up. But yeah, I have no regrets selling that bike and buying this one. I've said this a couple times. I feel like the V4 from Ducati is just a beefed up parallel twin, and I understand it's a V4 and it's 2 parallel twins, I got that part, but it really, coming from like an MT-07 straight to this thing, it's no different. Like I feel right at home. Yeah, my MT-07, I love that bike, but I don't think I'll ever buy one again, unless I'm gonna stunt. But just to ride around, there are better bikes. The MT-09 is objectively a better bike, but I owned my MT-07 for like 3 or 4 years. I put 7,000 miles on it, put an exhaust on it, a tune, a quick shifter, all the fun stuff. Again, I don't regret not one bit selling that bike. It just, I'm not stunting, so it doesn't serve a purpose, is why I don't have it anymore. And I just said this, but like, this bike feels like the MT-07. I feel like I can wheelie this thing just as easy as an MT-07. I'm not gonna try it because it's, you know, Ducati, but I had a bunch of videos on this account of my Yamaha, and I unlisted most of them because I thought they were dumb. But I had a ton of videos, and I've noticed, like, since owning this Ducati, my views have gone up a lot. Like, a lot. Brother! There are people that say that leader bikes aren't fun on the street, and I wholeheartedly disagree.